Hello and welcome to another SATS revision video. Today we're going to look at the Set B Grammar and Punctuation 1 test from the CGP books that I recommend. If you've got this, what I recommend you do is take the 10 minutes, do the test as best you can, don't give yourself any more than 10 minutes, and come back to this video and I'll be able to show you all the answers and how to get them. If you haven't bought these books, they're really good at helping you pass the SATs and they're not very expensive at all. So in the description I've got a link for that to an Amazon page where you can buy that if you would like. Okay, question number 1. Read the sentence below, tick the pair of phrases that complete the sentence so that it's in the past progressive tense. So you should know that a progressive tense means that the verb is going to be ending in ing. So that rules out a lot of these already. Now it's in the past, so we need to make sure that the tenses we're looking at are also in the past. Now you insert these phrases into the sentence. So let's have a look at the first one. I know it's not right because it doesn't end in ing, but try it anyway. Julie had packed her bag whilst Felix will look for the tickets. That's in two different tenses. Had packed is in the past, will look is in the future. So it's got to both be in the past. Now you should know, if like I mentioned, it ends in ing, so the correct answer is Julie was packing her bag whilst Felix was looking for the tickets. So that's the correct answer there. Okay, number 2, there's a spider in Lucy's bath, so I'll have to catch it. Circle 3 words in the sentence above that should have an apostrophe. The first answer is here, there's. That's a contraction. It's short for there is. You need to have an apostrophe just there. A spider in Lucy's bath. Now this bath belongs to Lucy, so it is possessive. That means that Lucy's needs an apostrophe. So I'll have to catch it. Again, we've got another contraction, I'll, short for I will. So there's your 3. B, pick one of the words that you have circled. Explain why it needs an apostrophe. I did that as I was speaking, but let's go for an easy one. Let's go for Lucy's. I'm going to choose Lucy's. I would write something like, the bath belongs to Lucy, it's possessive. I'm just going to leave it as possessive, but if you were going to write this and you weren't writing on a computer, which is quite difficult, you would write that full sentence. Okay, number 3, rewrite the sentence below with the adverbial at the beginning. Make sure you use the same words and correct punctuation. An adverbial will give us a time, so you can have a look at the sentence. Vince was 5 years old when his sister was born. So when was Vince 5 years old? When his sister was born. That's the adverbial phrase, when his sister was born. When, where, how. So the correct answer is when his sister was born, comma, Vince was 5 years old. I haven't added any words, I haven't taken any away, I've just rearranged it like the question asked, and I've made sure to use a comma because we always have a comma after the fronted adverbial. Number 4, look at the table below, change the question into a command. Write the command in the right hand column. You can see there the question, can you tell me the truth? If we're going to command someone to do something, they haven't got an option. You're telling them that they need to do it. So instead of saying, can you tell me the truth, the command would be, tell me the truth. Number 5, read the sentence below, circle the most suitable subordinating conjunction to complete the sentence. Frida's hands are cold, something, she forgot her mittens. So there are two different types of conjunctions that you should know about. There's subordinating conjunctions and there are coordinating conjunctions. It's specifically asking for a subordinating conjunction. The best way to memorize this is to go on Google and search fanboys, F-A-N-B-O-Y-S, and that will give you a list of coordinating conjunctions to use, and then you can search for subordinating conjunctions and there's a good list of those as well. Best just to remember them. So I know off the top of my head, because is a subordinating conjunction, and it makes perfect sense in here. Frida's hands are cold because she forgot her mittens. Add the missing brackets to the sentence below so that they are correct. Mr. Hargreaves, our history teacher, rides a motorbike to school. Now you can see when I read that, there was a slight pause in my voice. Mr. Hargreaves, our history teacher, rides a motorbike to school. The brackets are giving us a little bit of extra information, telling us who Mr. Hargreaves is. We don't really need to know that he rides a motorbike to school. We want to know who is he, and it says he's our history teacher. So I would put the bracket after that. Mr. Hargreaves, our history teacher, rides a motorbike to school. My dress, the red one, has got a stain on it. So we're describing the dress again. Which dress are we talking about? The red one. So we put our brackets around that. My dress, the red one, has got a stain on it. Number 7, read the sentence below, then circle the 2 words that are synonyms of each other. You should know that a synonym means that it means exactly the same. So a good example would be good and great, or sad or unhappy. So let's have a look at the sentence. Garth cheekily added an extra note to Mum's shopping list because he desperately wanted an additional bag of crisps. Now this takes a little bit of practice. If you're not 100% sure, read through it again and analyse every single word and think, what does this mean, what does this mean, and try and find a pair. I can spot one. Extra and additional, they both mean the same thing. It means you're going to have another one. So added an extra note, so you've now got another one, and he wanted an additional bag of crisps, so he wanted another one. So that's the pair you need to get the mark. Question 8, tick 2 boxes to show which of the words in the sentence below are prepositions. Prepositions often tell us where something is, both in the now, but also in time. So read the sentence, let's have a look at the options. We've got Melanie carefully put the dishes in the dishwasher after dinner. So where is she putting the dishes? You can see it's in. That's definitely one. It tells us where the dishes are. The next one is after. Now this doesn't tell us where, but it does tell us a time. It tells us where in the space of time this is taking place. It was taking place after dinner, so you need those 2 to get the marks. Number 9, tick the sentence below that uses capital letters and full stops correctly. Now you've been doing this a very long time. I would imagine that you have got quite good at this, but it's still very important. You need to know where capital letters and full stops go. Capital letters are always for proper nouns. So let's have a look at the options we've got. Last Saturday I went to Manchester and saw a show. That's definitely not it because there's a full stop right in the middle of the sentence. Last Saturday doesn't start with a capital letter. We know the sentences start with a capital letter. That can't be it either. Last Saturday I went to Manchester and saw a show. Now that looks quite good at the moment. Let's have a look at the last one and see if we're right. Last Saturday, comma, great, I, lowercase I, that's not right. It's got to be this one. Last Saturday, I, proper noun, went to Manchester, again proper noun, and saw a show. That's the correct answer. Number 10, tick the correct boxes to show whether the modal verbs in the sentences show certainty or possibility. So, will it definitely happen or might it happen? Let's have a look. Julie will write a letter to her brother. That sounds very positive. She will write, so that's a certainty. I may see Thomas next Tuesday. You can tell from the word may, they're not sure about it, they're not sure if it's going to happen, so it's just a possibility. He shall see a doctor about his leg. Again, that's very certain. He shall. There's no choice. It's certainty. And the last one, we might go on holiday to Florida. We might, they're not sure yet, so it's a possibility. Number 11, the last question. Tick the sentence below that is in the subjunctive mood. The best example of subjunctive mood, in my opinion, is if you were to say, if I were you, I'd do this. So let's have a look. One of them here, we were the last ones to arrive at football practice. That's just a past tense sentence. If I were you, this always comes up. If you can get this one, it's an easy mark. If I were you, I'd wear shorts and a t-shirt. I can tell you it's that one, definitely. Every time they put if I were you, comma, and they give you another statement, that's always in the subjunctive mood. I hope you found that helpful. If you did, please consider subscribing. Give it a thumbs up as well. That goes a long way to supporting the channel. If you got most of those right, then brilliant, well done to you. If there are areas that you think, I still don't get this, don't worry. There are loads of ways to improve. I've got loads of videos on this channel to help. Also, these books are incredibly helpful. You'll start to see a pattern of questions that come up, and it's all about getting those marks to help you pass the SATs. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video.